Hello everybody and welcome back to Misslingen. So in this episode, to begin with at least, what we're going to be doing is drilling the cultivated grass field with grass. Yes, that's right, we are just basically putting exactly the same crop back in again, but the main reason for this is because we have now made it recognised as an actual field by cultivating it or ploughing it, and yeah, that will basically allow me to hopefully in the future put fertiliser on there. So the way we're going to do this is by using the weeder. It's the best thing really because it's a good working width and it doesn't use too much seed. I don't know if the consumption is exactly the same as the other one, but yeah, it's a big machine, so that is the primary reason for using this over the actual seed drill. Now let's just cut across here. It shouldn't take us too long to do this either because of the good working width. I have noticed that the corn is now growing, which is good. It's going to need to be fertilised as well, and also weeded. I've also noticed that we do have some weeds just growing through here, and theoretically we should be able to get those weeds out with the weeder, but you would have thought in real life if you did that, you'd just rip out all of the corn crop. But I think in FS we will be able to do that, hopefully. It's a very flexible crop, so it should spring back up again. Okay, so that'll be a job for later. We'll try it out at least. It won't necessarily work, but hopefully it will do. Do I have a certain mod installed here? I seem to have to cycle through various different things. Top left hand corner you can see is number 1, number 2, number 3. Does anybody know which mod that comes with? If it is a mod. I've not noticed it before. Anyway, yeah, here we are. It's currently set to canola. I want to set it to grass. I probably should have refilled it first, but yeah, I don't know how far it will go with 26%. We'll just see. We'll just give it a go. So yeah, grass is going in. It's going back in. And yeah, the only area which should be fertilised will be the area which has been cultivated. Obviously when it regrows, this area, the cultivated land, will look exactly the same as the original grass. But on a mini-map, we should be able to see a difference in fertiliser. Obviously at the moment it'll be exactly the same. But yes, we should see that the fertilising registers in this section, although it does seem to be showing it's fertilised, which is interesting. Maybe it's because I just cultivated it, I have no idea. Or maybe it's something really obvious which I'm just overlooking. We will soon find out. Yeah, anyway, that is going down fairly rapidly, so we're going to have to refill it. But yeah, as it is just going to be a very fast job, I'm just going to put it on time-lapse and we'll get it done very quickly. Well, I've almost finished. We just ran out of seed again. Yeah, that's the only downside. It's not a very big hopper, but yeah, we have almost finished. So I wouldn't want to do a massive field with one of these. You'd have to just go for a really big seed drill. But the fact that we can double up a weeder as a seeder is really good. It means we can keep just a cheaper seed drill for cereal crops, and yeah, just rely on the weeder to do things like canola and grass. And a cover crop. You could do a cover crop with this if you wanted to. I don't tend to do cover crops just because of the time they take, but obviously it's a very green way of farming. It takes a while to grow and then cultivate back in. But yeah, green manure. It's certainly, well, I would say it's cheaper, but I don't know for sure. In FS, that is. That's where we ran out before. So obviously we can see that it's not going to be wide enough to take in the whole thing, but we have almost finished. It's taken, I would say, in total, it's at least 2 full hopper loads, at least. Quite a bit. But it's not going to have to be done again. This is the only time we have to re-drill it, just to make it much better year, a much better year, so that we can fertilise it and stuff. And also, I suppose it's going to make it better as well that we have got the ability to spread lime. But yeah, I don't know what effect lime has on grass. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So the next thing I want to do is to look in the store and see how much a front mower will cost us. I really hope it's not too expensive, because I would like to have a front mower. Two reasons. One is so that we can just basically go and cut the headlands of a field with a baler on the back and do it all in one go. And the other one is so we can mow a field much faster anyway. So, yeah, we're looking for something fairly cheap here. I can't afford it. That's so annoying. Is there anything we can sell? I need to keep all these machines here. Yeah, really, I do need to keep everything. If we're not... Actually, we're probably never going to do hay, because silage is what I do for money, and grass is what we would need for sheep. So I could... yeah, I could sell that. The other thing is, to build the map, it's got all these placeables in here. And I'm not going to sell them, because that would be very unrealistic, but we do have a sheep pasture and a paddock already. Those are the only two which I would consider selling, just because, yeah, they are placed on the map and I don't own the land which they're on, so yeah, I'm really not too sure about that. But yeah, the rest of it is all map detailing, so I'd never sell those. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, selling a street light from a random place, it's not a good thing to do. Okay, right, let's go back to the yard. So yeah, that's all done. That can be sprayed very soon, whenever we feel like it. In fact, it probably could be done straight away. But we might as well allow the grass to grow a bit first. So I really want to focus on making some instant bales. Yeah, so what we'll do then is sell the tedder, as it's probably never going to be used, and replace it with a front mower. And then we can try it out by having the front mower on the front of here and the baler on the back, which is still leased, and we can make a bit more money before we return it. Right, I think this is probably best just over here again. Seems like a fairly good place to keep it. And we'll hitch on to the tedder. Where is the tedder? No doubt it's hiding. Come on, tedder, where are you? It must be somewhere around here. Probably in... Yes, there it is. Yeah, it's never going to get used. It is just stuck at the back, festering. We might as well just take the money and improve the farm. And yeah, we're going to use it straight away. I've actually noticed a good headland just behind the field over there. But also we do have this field here. We might cut this though and then obviously windrow it up. Because it would be ridiculous to just use a front mower on a field. It's more for the headlands. I would actually be quite interested to see how many bales we can produce out of a headland. So I think before we do it, just have an idea in your head. Obviously it's quite hard to do that if you haven't seen the field, but I would say 2 to 3 bales. Doesn't sound very impressive, but when you think about it, 2 to 3 silage bales, what would that cost? It's probably a couple of £1,000. Yeah, a couple of thousand. Right, okay. Yeah, let's just get it sold. It's good. So we now have £22,000, and now we can buy one of these. Now we currently own, I think, what is it? We own that one there, the Kuhn GMD 4411. So it would be a good idea to have something similar, although, yeah, it doesn't appear to be a Kuhn front mower. There might be, though, on Mod Hub. So we'll go for the Splendimo 320 with the intention of, in the future, buying the 900. Yeah, we can afford it, so that's good. So really this is paid for with the money from the tedder and the money from some trees in the live stream. Right, okay, that's interesting. We have a weight on the front, so we're going to have to drop that weight off, put it on the back, and then put the front mower on the front. We could have transported it on the back, but it would be a bit weird. Right, that's good. We still have some lime here, that's going to have to be brought back. We'll have to use the New Holland with the Ifor Williams trailer. But yes, to begin with, let's just try this out, and then hopefully once we have done this, we'll cut the other field, that really rough field, and just basically experience the front and rear mower, and then hopefully row it up and get some good silage bales. At least that is the plan. And I think we do have the horsepower here. Pretty sure we do. Right, so to the field over there. I do just want to say that my multiplayer server is now open, if you're interested. I might do a live stream on there in the future. Probably no episodes because I know how badly they go down. But yeah, live streams, they can be good. It's a good way of involving my viewers as well. Got 16 slots, but yeah, the server is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week currently. It is on the Aggravation map, and yeah, it's a big map. It's not one of my favourites just because of the size of it. I'm not saying it's a bad map though. I'm sure it's a very good map. It's just, yeah, I'm aware of it being quite open, which isn't always my style, but yeah, if you're interested, then definitely head over to my community page. You can see the information for it, and yeah, that's how you will join, just by basically finding the password and the mods that are required. Yeah, I didn't think to look and see how much we had in here originally. I was also expecting it not to say you don't own this land, which it does seem to be doing. Somewhere over here, there we go. Okay, so if we can just get one bale then, and then drop it off in the yard. And then we can head back over to our other field and get that completely cut. If I can take this though, that would be good. Yeah, there we go, look at that. We have a bale. A free bale. I cut as much as I can do, which isn't going to be much. Although, yeah, I said we're not just going to use the front mower because it'd be ridiculous, but if you think about it, we then wouldn't have to windrow, so maybe that would be faster. It's probably exactly the same actually, but yeah. This is good. We are almost going to get a full second bale, which is just taken from the side. Yeah, not quite. If I kept going at it, we probably could do. Oh no, we did do. Wow. That is impressive. Well, in that case, we're going to load both of them over at the farmyard. Personally, I think I do prefer doing silage bales over silage in a pit. I don't really know why, because both involve quite a bit of work with the moving of it all. But yeah, I think it's just nice to be able to see the bales. I really don't know. Right, okay, so going against what I said earlier, because of the theory I thought of, let's go and mow this field and get as many bales produced before we return the baler. Because I do want to return the baler, and it costs us money daily and hourly. In fact, while I think about it, how many hours have we had the baler for? That's pretty good actually. 0.3. And we seem to have that on lease as well, which is just costing us a lot of money. So if I return that, that will help. And yeah, let's just continue with the field, getting as many bales produced as possible. They're probably mostly going to all roll away, which is annoying. That's the other disadvantage of not rolling it up. If you turn tight, you get that. It misses a piece, which is very messy. And I've also dumped my weight there because I wasn't expecting to be doing it. So I've got to move that too. Anyway, yes. We'll see how we go. Right, well, it's obviously quite slow, but is it actually faster? I don't know. The thing is, because we're not having to do any kind of windrowing, that's a job in itself. We have to cover the entire field again, whereas with this I am just literally mowing it and baling it all in one go, and wrapping it. So it would be interesting actually to do the same field again with the other method and time it. That would be very interesting to see the results. It might be very similar, but I think this might possibly be marginally faster. It just seems to be. And yes, it looks very impressive too, and all the bales are together. I've been dropping them all off roughly in the same area, because that should make it much faster and easier to load them up. But yeah, as you can see, I still have a few areas to cover. Still got this main section here. Because it is a fairly bad quality field though, by that I mean it's full of all these muddy patches and bushes, I'm just going to have to just go for the best bits and leave the rest. And yes, I have missed the buzzer. It's alright, get back over it. But yeah, I think this is quite impressive in itself, just because we're going to be making so much more money out of these bales. I should probably check the price of silage, see if it's worth picking them up and selling them today, or waiting a few episodes. I'm going to take a look. So currently, silage is 300. That's pretty good. £324 per 1,000 litres. I usually say anything over 300. Yeah, so those bushes do just flatten if you drive over them, so you might as well. We'll leave the rest down there. Go for this main chunk. And this will do it. Just this final piece. So yes, what we're going to do is load up one trailer. We'll use the Ifor Williams just to begin with. And then we'll take it over to the sell point today. See how much money we can make from one trailer load. I think usually it is around £20,000 or something like that. Was it 11? I don't know. We'll soon find out. But yeah, we'll do a full load in the Ifor Williams and go from there really. Anyway, yeah, that is it. That is all we're going to do for today. So I don't know how many bales that is. I think it's roughly 20. Probably wrong, but yeah, we'll soon find out. Let's just lift that up, drop the bale off the back, and we'll check the statistics and find out for sure. Right. So created bales 20. Good grief. Incredible. Right. Okay. I think probably the best thing to do is to use the same tractor on the Ifor Williams, possibly. We do have the truck as well. I could just reconfigure the truck, but both will do the same job. Put that there. Put this mower over here. But if it was just a big open field like the one we've just planted, I think what I would do is cut it all first and then windrow it. It just seems to be the obvious way of doing it. It's really because that field was so strange. It's just very patchy. Okay, there it is. It does seem like a very big tractor to be honest, but at least we can get there with speed. This is a 50k tractor. And the trailer's going to have to be reconfigured once again because it's got the sides on for the wood. Luckily, we have workshop tabber installed. Yeah, that's actually headboard, yeah. We want to be on that one there because that's the one I paid for. Good. Right, let's just get, what is it, about 9 on here. Yeah, we've got plenty. No shortage of bales to use the pallet fork, but it does work really well, and I actually find that in FS the pallet fork seems to work better than the bale spike. I don't know why, maybe it's just me, but yeah, it's just what I find. Okay, so it's 3 on each side, 6 at the bottom, and then we will put 3 in the middle at the top. Way I've done it before, it always seems to work. So it should be fairly straightforward. providing I don't knock them all off. That's a bad habit of mine. I hate it as well. When you stack them all nice and neatly and then you accidentally just nudge it and they all come tumbling off, or like 3 or 4 come tumbling off. Very frustrating. Well, as you can see, expertly stacked. That was, yeah, frustrating, as usual. It usually is for me, because they always tend to roll, but I think I know why. It's really just the tractor is way too big. You can see that it's got a good downhill slope on the trailer, so basically every time I put a bale on, it just rolls off. We need to be on something much smaller. The Zetor, or a pickup truck or something. Anyway, we have got some. We have got some very, very badly stacked bales, but it should still be, I don't know, £15,000. There's 4,000 litres in each, so yeah, there's, how many do we have on here? 8? 4,000 times 8, and then obviously we know the price. I think it's about £324. You can do the calculation if you want to, if you've got time, but very soon I'm going to be selling it. As I said, very soon I'm going to be selling it. Here we are. So if you have had time to calculate it in those 3 seconds, well done. Let's see if we come up with the same number. Although it might be separated into many different pieces. Yeah. Oh no. 10,393. I don't know if it's good or bad. I still have loads of bales in the field, so yeah, we've got 12 more to come. Sounds okay. It's definitely worth it for the time it took. Anyway, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.